I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin, he was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Für alle, die sich wundern, was gerade passiert ist, mir ist gerade vielleicht eventuell das Headset vom Kopf gefallen. Also vielleicht. Gott sei Dank kein Labyrinth mehr. Die Maske.
It's safe here. It's calm here. It's light here. It's nice. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Wir sind jetzt zwischen den Welten, ist okay.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world, fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Ja. Kann man mal machen.
Dillion is in. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to find Dillion. You need Dillion.
Irgendwas sagt, ich muss da wieder durchkommen.
He's close. He loves you. Calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here. Dillion. We're nearly here.
Hier ist es mir eigentlich viel das andere ist eigentlich viel sympathischer, aber ja.
Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Dillion, there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. The dark.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Balder's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
Was zum Henker? Was einfach mal.
The gods feast and rejoice, and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Mistelzweig. Ein Mistelzweig, alles klar.
Believe in the curse Dillion believed in you.
Wie komme ich wieder raus? Echt nur so. Ist okay.
You're cursed. You kill the things you love with your curse.
You kill the things that are most precious to you.
We deserve this.
Das klang nicht sehr freundlich.
Your love because he believed in you.
Ich glaube, ich muss das Zeichen analysieren und in der anderen Welt es finden.
You have blood
Hab
on your
ich.
hands.
Okay.
You are guilty.
Bin mir gerade nicht sicher.
Was it worth it?
He cared in a way that nobody else did.
Herzland.
Do you
Oh,
remember
wow,
the
yeah,
smell
like-
of his neck? Senua.
Ich find's nicht. Meine Güte. Haben wir das schon?
He cared in a way that nobody else did.
Es ist hier im Raum.
Dillion saved you from them. feel like to feel a love so strong? Remember Dillion? What do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice? He saw who she could be.
He saw who she really was.
He saw the warrior within.
Wo in 3 Teufelsnamen ist dieses verdammte Zeichen?
He didn't believe that she was cursed. He saved you when everyone else turned their backs.
Da ist es. Nein, war ein Witz. Das würde halt passen zu diesem Ecke vom Baum.
He saved you. Loves you. You owe him. His love keeps you strong. Do you remember what it was to touch him?
Ja,
Do you remember
kann er nicht so
what it was to touch him?
schwer sein, ein gottverdammtes Zeichen zu finden.
He was the only one that really loved her.
He did love her. Remember Dillion? What do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice?
Ah Gott, endlich.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
Do you feel safe?
Dillion loves you.
The dark world. Without you.
Ja, ja, dunkle Welt, ich hab's verstanden. Meine Güte.
Dillion doesn't know who killed the boy.
She thought she had light within her when she...
She is pure darkness.
There he is.
Where are you taking me?
He's up there. How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it.
You're nearly there.
She can find the way. Everything has
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe
Because he believed
and goes
in
to the
you.
gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Kann man mal machen.
He led you astray.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance.
Why didn't you listen to him?
This love has tortured you,
And it tortures Dillion.
Handwerker hätte ich werden sollen. Wenn es doch nur so einfach wäre.
Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Selbe Riese, die mein Schwert kaputt gemacht hat.
You have no chance.
Ja, mag ich sie nicht.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again. You can.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition
Erst mal
that made her
gucken,
an
ob ich hier ein Zeichen
exceptional
finde.
warrior.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Friendship turned to love.
She destroys the thing.
But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities
I have no time for this.
tearing at her soul.
These rooms mean nothing. You didn't know. It was kind.
They've set you trials to distract you.
Die ist geschlossen.
And now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
It's laughing at you.
What if they take you no closer to Dillian?
Ah, okay. Ich muss erst unten,
Get in the
dann
way.
hier oben.
They are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle she could defy.
Do you even remember?
His love is guiding you.
Hier gefällt's mir gar nicht viele. Ich glaube, dann wäre es zu einfach.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela.
She's alive at all.
We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Could she trust him?
Lügenpresse!
His love is
Lügenpresse!
Do you remember how he made you feel? Dillian saved her.
You owe your life.
Und wieder runter, ist okay.
You owe everything to him.
Oh. Oh, hier unten war auch noch ein Zeichen.
What did they think about wasting your time? Just delay it by minute by minute.
She's doing.
Maske.
Especially she thinks she
They mean nothing.
being special. Waste of time. Could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just
Playing,
What if the gods are laughing?
messing with her.
It wouldn't be
First time. You broke him. You killed him.
You couldn't see the darkness within you.
Ich höre schon wieder irgendwelche Stimmen.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Ich sehe die Zeichen für das Zeichen. Ja.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing?
Man sieht überall Ruhen. Ja, stimmt.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Eine sehr interessante Einstellung zu den Göttern.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillion's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel? She knew best.
Den
She thought she had light within her when she
sein.
She is pure darkness.
Das hätte ich eventuell vorher machen sollen. Ja, ist okay, tut mir leid, ich bin dumm, aber das Ding ist so freundlich aufgefallen.
You had that loved you.
You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it.
The curse cannot be undone.
Komm rüber! Nein, ich gehe da nicht rüber. Ich habe Höhenangst, ich gehe da nicht rüber. Boah, leck mich am Arsch.
It's not safe. You're going to fall.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld
You're going to fall.
and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel.
You can do it. Sim.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see,
Very careful.
and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, and to see the world through his eyes.
Ist okay?
Slowly, the
Ist
darkness
okay.
that had bound her so tightly began to
Alles
unravel.
wird gut. Du schaffst das. Du schaffst das. Jetzt geht er rüber. Los. Woher? Oh Gott. Oh, wie schlecht.
That's it.
Quicker. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone.
Ich hasse euch.
He's gone to the water.
Ah.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness.
Er hat ein Gesicht.
He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up
Interessanter
the
Name.
beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking them from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time.
Ja.
Every time you
Okay.
remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're gonna
Dann
take
sehen wir uns in der
everything
nächsten
you
Folge
have
wieder.
in
Das war
your
der
hands. We belong to the gods, not to you.
Turm
They're
aller
eating you
Türme
from the inside. They want to
zwischen
kill
den Welten.
yours. They want to crush it.
I think they want
Von der Seele töten, den wird
They
in Erinnerung
want your
verschwinden.
mind and they're going to take
Sie wollen,
it.
aber
The
sie können
memories were
nicht.
yours,
Und
but they're the
deswegen, weil sie
gods'
es nicht
now.
können, sehen wir uns in der
I don't
nächsten
think it's
Folge wieder.
yours anymore.
Tschüss.